Hello, friends. Welcome back to my channel. Today, I've got something truly exciting for all coin lovers and treasure hunters out there. Have you ever checked your old Washington quarter and wondered, could this little coin make me a millionaire overnight? Well, you might be holding pure luck in your hands. From the legendary 1965 no mint mark to the rare 1990D, 1979D, and many more, these quarters hide unbelievable value and history. So stay tuned till the end, because today we're revealing 5 of the most valuable Washington quarter dollar coins that could completely change your fortune. The first up, imagine holding in your hand a simple-looking 1967 Washington quarter, a coin that millions of people once spent without a second thought. Yet today, that very coin could hold the key to unimaginable wealth. It's not just a piece of change, it's a sleeping giant of fortune, quietly waiting in old jars, dresser drawers, and forgotten pockets. The 1967 Washington quarter dollar, minted during a time of great transition in American coinage, has now become one of the most mysterious and highly sought-after coins among collectors. Its hidden value isn't just in its silver-like shine. It's in the rare conditions, striking errors, and limited surviving examples that make it a true treasure of the modern age. To understand the power of this coin, you need to go back to the heartbeat of America in the late 1960s. The year was 1967, a time of change, challenge, and innovation. The U.S. Mint was recovering from a nationwide coin shortage that had shaken the economy just a few years earlier. To keep coins in circulation, the Mint temporarily removed mint marks from all denominations. That means your 1967 Washington quarter doesn't show a mint mark, and yet, among the millions struck, only a handful were produced with exceptional details, unique planchet compositions, or rare die variations. These are the coins that now fetch jaw-dropping prices, sometimes worth tens of thousands or even millions in pristine condition. The 1967 quarter is made of a copper-nickel composition, a change from the 90% silver quarters of earlier years. But here's where the story gets interesting. Certain error coins from 1967 have been found struck on leftover silver planchets intended for pre-1965 quarters. These silver-based transitional errors are the golden tickets of coin collecting. If you're lucky enough to have one, you're not just holding a piece of history. You're holding a piece of hidden silver wealth. Some of these rare 1967 quarters have been known to sell for astronomical sums at auctions, simply because they shouldn't even exist. Now, let's talk about condition, the key that separates an ordinary coin from a life-changing one. A 1967 Washington quarter in circulated condition might seem common, but an uncirculated one, with its original mint luster and razor-sharp details, can command extraordinary prices. Coins graded as MS-67 or higher by professional grading services can sell for thousands of dollars. But if your coin carries a rare error, like a double die obverse, an off-center strike, or a missing clad layer, its value could skyrocket into the hundreds of thousands or even millions. Each mark, each shine, and each flaw tells a story, and collectors are willing to pay fortunes to own a coin that stands out. What makes the 1967 Washington quarter even more fascinating is its place in American culture. It represents a shift in time, from silver to clad, from tradition to innovation. This coin was born in an era when America was reaching for the stars, both literally and symbolically. While the nation watched astronauts take their first steps into space, this coin circulated in the hands of everyday dreamers, merchants, and workers. Today, it's a silent witness to that history, a physical reminder of America's growth, resilience, and unbreakable spirit. Many coin hunters and collectors spend years searching for this specific quarter in flawless or rare error condition. It's the kind of coin that could be hiding anywhere, in an old jar of change, in a forgotten coin album, or even in your own wallet. People have found these quarters in the most unexpected places, and when graded, they've turned out to be worth more than luxury cars, houses, or even entire life savings. That's the magic of the 1967 Washington quarter. It can transform ordinary moments into stories of pure fortune. The market today for rare Washington quarters is hotter than ever. Collectors across the world are chasing coins from this era with an obsession like never before. Why? Because as time passes, these coins become rarer, especially those preserved in mint condition. Fewer untouched coins remain, and every year, their value rises as demand grows. What might have been worth a few $100s a decade ago can now sell for tens of thousands. And who knows? The next record-breaking sale could come from someone who found this hidden gem right in their pocket change. If you have a 1967 Washington quarter, don't rush to spend it or sell it to the first buyer who comes along. Examine it carefully. Look for any unusual shine, design errors, or thickness variations. These small details can mean the difference between a regular coin and one worth a fortune. Some collectors even report coins with proof-like surfaces, coins that look like they were struck for collectors, but somehow entered circulation. Those are among the rarest of all. This is why every collector and coin enthusiast dreams of finding one, because it's a coin that carries mystery, money, and meaning all in one. In the world of rare coins, stories like this are what inspire millions to start collecting. The 1967 Washington quarter dollar is more than metal. It's a chance, a hope, a possibility. It reminds us that sometimes life-changing treasures hide in plain sight. So the next time you come across a 1967 quarter, don't overlook it. Take a moment, inspect it, and remember this story. Because one coin, one forgotten piece of history, could hold the power to change your destiny forever. The second up. Imagine holding a coin so ordinary, yet so powerful, it could transform your destiny overnight. The 1990 D. Washington quarter dollar. A coin that many overlook as mere pocket change, hides a secret that could unlock unimaginable wealth. This simple 25-cent piece, minted in Denver, has taken the world of coin collectors by storm. Beneath its silver shine lies history, craftsmanship, and in some cases, errors and conditions so rare that they push its value into the realm of millions. If you've ever doubted that an old coin could change your life, this is the one that will make you believe again. The story begins in 1990, a time when the U.S. Mint in Denver struck millions of Washington quarters, each bearing the bold D mint mark. Designed to represent liberty and leadership, the obverse side of this coin carries a strong image of George Washington, the father of the nation, with the word liberty shining above. On the reverse, the majestic eagle spreads its wings proudly, guarding the phrase United States of America. But within this massive production, a handful of quarters were struck under exceptional or flawed conditions, coins that now stand as multi-million-dollar treasures for those lucky enough to find them. What makes the 1990 D. Washington quarter so astonishing is not its design, but the secret of rarity it holds. Among the ocean of ordinary quarters, a few possess minting errors that make them truly one of a kind. Some coins were struck with double dies, while others were minted with off-center impressions or on the wrong planchets. A handful were preserved in flawless, mirror-like condition, the kind that experts call mint state. Such perfection, combined with history and scarcity, elevates their worth to unimaginable heights. To a true collector, such a coin isn't just metal, it's art, legacy, and fortune combined. It's hard to believe that a coin once used by a gumball could today be worth millions of dollars. But that's the magic of numismatics, the world of rare coins. A pristine 1990 D quarter, struck with flawless precision and preserved untouched for decades, can fetch prices that defy imagination. Some rare varieties have been valued at over $1 million due to their condition, mint error, and historical appeal. This is not just a collector's item. It's a golden ticket to fortune, a treasure waiting quietly in wallets, jars, and drawers across America. Imagine finding this coin in your pocket change, completely unaware that you're holding a potential fortune. That's the kind of story collectors dream of, and it has happened before. The 1990 D. Washington quarter, especially when preserved in mint state 67 or higher, has commanded staggering amounts in auctions. Some unique variants, particularly with double die obverse or off-metal strikes, have sold for more than luxury cars, homes, or even small islands. It's not exaggeration. It's the power of history and rarity merging into real-world wealth. Look closely at the 1990 D quarter, and you'll see more than a coin. You'll see a reflection of America's heritage. The face of George Washington represents courage and leadership, while the eagle symbolizes freedom and protection. The words "In God We Trust" remind us of faith and perseverance. Each tiny detail holds artistic depth and national pride. But when you combine that with perfect condition and minting flaws, this beauty turns into a phenomenon. Collectors worldwide crave such pieces, not just for their shine, but for the untold stories engraved in every line. Stories have surfaced of people discovering rare 1990 D quarters by accident, tucked inside old drawers, hidden in forgotten coin jars, or handed back as casual change. Some of these finds turn into life-changing discoveries, selling for hundreds of thousands, even millions. The value isn't just in the metal. It's in the discovery, the emotion, and the awe that follows. Each coin carries a mystery. What if yours is a rare one? What if the coin you've ignored for years could be your ticket to unimaginable success? If you suspect you have a valuable 1990 D quarter, never rush to sell it. Keep it safe, handle it carefully, and get it authenticated by a trusted grading service like PCGS or NGC. A small scratch or touch can reduce its worth by thousands. Coins with sharp details, mirror surfaces, and mint luster can skyrocket in value. Remember, in the world of rare coins, patience and preservation are your greatest allies. That one quarter could hold a legacy, a piece of history that grows more valuable with time. The 1990 D Washington quarter isn't just a piece of currency. It's a time capsule of American pride and artistry. It's proof that even the smallest things in life can hold unimaginable worth. Many collectors call it a modern miracle, a coin that bridges the gap between past and future, history and wealth. So, the next time you come across a 1990 D quarter, don't dismiss it. Take a closer look, because that small, shining piece of metal might just hold the power to rewrite your fortune overnight, turning an ordinary day into the beginning of your extraordinary story. The third up. Sometimes, the most valuable treasures aren't locked inside vaults or buried in the earth. They're resting silently in your pocket. The 1979 D Washington quarter dollar is one such coin, a simple, everyday piece of U.S. currency that holds within the power to change your life overnight. Minted in Denver and marked with a bold letter D, this quarter is no ordinary coin. In its most perfect form, it's a symbol of American legacy, precision, and hidden wealth. If you ever doubted that a small coin can carry a story worth millions, this is the one that will make you believe otherwise. The Washington quarter has long been a symbol of the American spirit, bold, enduring, and timeless. The 1979 D issue continued that proud legacy, featuring the powerful portrait of George Washington on the obverse, representing leadership, integrity, and freedom. The reverse side proudly displays the American eagle, wings spread in triumph, guarding the values of a great nation. Every curve, every detail tells a story, not just of money, but of meaning. Yet, within this year's mintage lies a mysterious group of quarters that defy all expectations, coins that transform from common change into million-dollar wonders. Most 1979 D quarters were produced by the millions and spent in daily transactions. But a handful were struck under unique, almost miraculous conditions. Some came out with minting errors that made them completely one-of-kind, double dies, off-center strikes, and rare planchet mistakes that turned ordinary coins into priceless artifacts. Others remained untouched since the day they were minted, sealed away in perfect brilliance, their luster as bright as the day they were born. These rare survivors, in flawless condition, are the ones collectors crave, often pay amounts that reach deep into the millions. It's hard to imagine that a 25-cent coin from 1979 could hold the potential to make someone a millionaire. But in the coin world, miracles happen more often than you believe. When condition, rarity, and error combine, they create something beyond money. They create history. Pristine, high-grade 1979 D quarters, especially those preserved in mint state 67 or higher, can command staggering prices at auctions. Some examples, bearing striking mint errors or mirror-like finishes, have sold for amounts that could buy luxury cars, mansions, or even a lifetime of financial security. What makes the 1979 D Washington quarter truly magical is its blend of history, craftsmanship, and luck. For collectors, it represents a golden window in time, the late 1970s, when American minting technology was evolving and precision wasn't always guaranteed. That era gave birth to fascinating minting anomalies, making certain 1979 D quarters extremely valuable today. Combine that with decades of preservation and rarity, and you have a coin capable of turning an average person into a millionaire overnight. It's not just a coin, it's a dream carved in metal, carrying the power to rewrite destinies. In the world of rare coins, condition is everything. A 1979 D quarter pulled from daily circulation might be worth face value, but one kept in pristine mint state, untouched, gleaming, and perfect, can be worth thousands or even millions. Coins stored safely in protective cases, away from scratches and humidity, age like fine wine. Their value growing year after year. The brilliance of the strike, the sharpness of Washington's portrait, and the clarity of the eagle's feathers can all make the difference between a common coin and an extraordinary treasure. There have been countless stories of people discovering rare coins hidden in plain sight, tucked inside drawers, sitting in old jars, or found by chance in a handful of change. The 1979 D. Washington quarter has been part of many such legends. Some of these coins, once forgotten, later sold for jaw-dropping amounts at auctions. Imagine waking up one day, realizing that the quarter you've been carrying for years could be worth millions. That's not fiction. It's a reality that continues to happen to lucky finders across the United States. Collectors across the world dream of owning a perfect 1979 D. Washington quarter, the kind of coin that combines historical importance with flawless condition. It's a piece that represents not just monetary value, but the soul of a nation's artistry. Each coin tells a silent story of how a symbol of freedom and heritage became an emblem of fortune. For those who possess it, it's not just an object. It's an heirloom, a piece of American history that carries pride, mystery, and unimaginable potential. So, before you dismiss that old quarter sitting in your wallet or coin jar, take a closer look. It might not just be change. It could be a life-changing treasure. The 1979 D. Washington quarter stands as proof that fortune often hides in the smallest places. If you have one, protect it, because it has the power to change your fortune overnight. This is not just about luck. It's about destiny, patience, and the magic of discovering that something so small can hold a story worth millions. The next time you see that D mint mark on a 1979 quarter, remember, you might just be holding a piece of American history and perhaps your own miracle. The fourth up, there are moments in American coin history that mark a turning point. And 1965 was one of those legendary years. The Washington quarter dollar from 1965 isn't just a piece of change. It's a symbol of transformation. That year, the U.S. Mint shifted from traditional 90% silver composition to a copper-nickel blend, marking the end of an era. For collectors and treasure seekers, this transition created opportunities for rare mistakes, unexpected variations, and hidden fortunes that would one day astonish the world. If you've ever held a 1965 quarter in your hand, you may have held something far more valuable than you imagined, a coin that could be worth millions today. The 1965 Washington quarter may look ordinary, but beneath its simple surface lies a world of intrigue. Millions were struck, but few were accidentally minted on silver planchets left over from 1964, an error so rare that it defied logic. These silver quarters, though they bear the 1965 date, were not supposed to exist. Yet, a handful slipped through the system and entered circulation. These coins are now among the most sought-after treasures in the coin-collecting universe, the kind of discovery that could transform your life overnight. Imagine this. A 25-cent coin turning into a life-changing treasure worth millions of dollars. That's the power hidden inside the rare 1965 Washington quarter. Collectors and auction houses have paid astronomical prices for these silver-based errors in perfect condition. Some pristine examples, gleaming with untouched brilliance, have fetched small fortunes. The difference between an ordinary 1965 quarter and a rare silver one could mean the difference between pocket change and an unimaginable payday. It's the kind of story that makes your heart race. The idea that your fortune could be sitting quietly in your coin jar, waiting to be found. The year 1965 was a period of economic transition for the United States. Silver prices were soaring, and the mint was forced to adapt. To preserve resources, they began producing quarters made of copper and nickel rather than precious silver. But as history has shown, change always leaves room for mistakes. And those mistakes became miracles for collectors. A few leftover silver planchets were mistakenly used during 1965 production, creating a handful of ultra-rare coins that would one day shake the numismatic world. These rare survivors are symbols of an era when progress and error met, birthing fortune in the most unexpected way. Every detail of the 1965 Washington quarter tells a story. On the obverse, George Washington's noble profile reminds us of leadership and vision. On the reverse, the majestic eagle spreads its wings, symbolizing strength, liberty, and pride. But in the rare silver variants, these designs shimmer differently. Brighter, deeper, more alive. The metallic sheen of silver gives them an almost otherworldly presence, like a hidden gem glowing among stones. For collectors, this beauty is more than art. It's power. The kind of power that can change one's destiny overnight, hidden in the most familiar face of American currency. What makes the 1965 quarter truly magical is that many of its rarest examples were never meant to be found. They were released into circulation, mingling with millions of regular coins. For decades, they've traveled through hands, pockets, and cash registers, their true value invisible to the untrained eye. And yet, some of those same coins, when discovered in perfect condition or containing silver, have stunned experts and collectors alike. It's a reminder that even in a world filled with routine, extraordinary fortune can hide in plain sight, sometimes right there in your change. Condition can transform a common coin into a treasure of unthinkable worth. A flawless 1965 Washington quarter in mint state condition, untouched by time, wear, or damage, becomes a masterpiece of preservation. Under bright light, its luster dances, and every engraved detail stands crisp and proud. When such coins appear at auctions, collectors battle fiercely to own them, and when a rare error or silver strike is involved, the bidding can soar to millions. This is what makes coin collecting so thrilling. The fusion of history, artistry, and fortune all in a single piece of metal. Stories of people discovering valuable 1965 quarters have become part of American legend. Some found theirs tucked away in old drawers or saved as lucky coins. Others stumbled upon them during coin rolls or while sorting through inherited collections. Each story carries the same electric thrill. Disbelief turning into joy, ordinary turning into extraordinary. That's the magic of this coin. It doesn't just represent money. It represents the possibility that something small, something familiar, could change your life forever. The 1965 quarter isn't just a coin. It's a symbol of hidden potential, waiting to be recognized. So before you spend that old 1965 Washington quarter or overlook the one sitting in your collection, take a closer look. Examine it carefully, because you might be holding a piece of American history worth millions. Its shine may have dulled, its edges may be worn, but the story it carries is timeless. This is a coin that proves fortune favors those who notice the little things, those who see beyond the ordinary. The 1965 Washington quarter is not just metal and minting. It's destiny captured in silver and copper. And if you have it, you're not just holding a coin, you're holding the power to change your fortune overnight. The fifth up. The year was 1986, a time when America was changing, technology was rising, and yet the simple Washington quarter still ruled the nation's pocket change. But hidden among the millions minted that year lies a secret, a coin that defied all odds, a 1986 P. Washington quarter that could make its owner a millionaire overnight. It may look ordinary, but its story is anything but. Beneath that copper-nickel shine lies a mystery of minting perfection, rare flaws, and near impossible survival in flawless condition. For those who truly understand coins, this piece isn't just currency. It's a silent powerhouse of value, history, and fortune. In 1986, the Philadelphia Mint struck millions of quarters, each bearing the proud face of George Washington, a design that has stood the test of time since 1932. But even with mass production, not all coins are born equal. The 1986 P quarter represents the era when craftsmanship met machine precision. Yet, the smallest errors or flawless strikes from this year turned ordinary metal into treasure. Some coins were struck using overused dies, while others were struck with extraordinary sharpness. leaving behind details so crisp that collectors decades later still marvel at them. These rare survivors would one day become the jewels of American numismatic history. Who could believe that a simple 25-cent coin from 1986 could reach a value worth millions today? Yet, in the collector's world, rarity isn't just about age. It's about perfection, error, and preservation. A 1986 P. Washington quarter in pristine, mint-state condition, untouched by circulation and sparkling with brilliance, can command staggering prices. Add to that a rare minting flaw, such as a double die or off-center strike, and you've got a fortune in the palm of your hand. Imagine owning a piece of metal so common in appearance, yet so extraordinary in value. A coin capable of changing your destiny overnight. The small P under Washington's portrait might seem like just a letter, but it represents Philadelphia, the heart of American coinage. Coins from this mint are known for their precision, but also for producing a few accidental masterpieces. In 1986, subtle variations appeared on certain quarters, light doubling, die cracks, or extra metal at the edge, all signs of minting anomalies that collectors hunt like buried treasure. Some examples, nearly flawless in every way, have fetched jaw-dropping prices at private auctions. That P mint mark, once ignored by the casual spender, now stands for prestige, power, and potential in the eyes of the numismatic world. To truly understand the 1986 P. Washington quarter, you must feel the time it came from a period of American pride, innovation, and transition. The Cold War was winding down, space exploration was igniting imaginations, and economy was booming. The quarter itself became a silent witness to this era of ambition. And perhaps, in its metallic heart, that same energy was captured, the spark of potential, the hunger for greatness. That's why collectors see this coin not just as metal, but as a reflection of an age when even the smallest things carried monumental meaning. Among the millions of 1986 quarters, a few emerge with rare errors, off-center strikes, double designs, or missing mint marks. Some were struck on planchets meant for other coins entirely, creating hybrid errors worth a fortune. Imagine finding one of these ultra-rare pieces in a forgotten drawer, a coin jar, or an old collection. That unassuming 1986 P quarter could turn out to be a 6 or even 7-figure discovery. Auction houses have seen unexpected miracles. Coins once thought worthless selling for tens of thousands, even crossing into the million-dollar realm under the right conditions. These are not just coins. They are sleeping fortunes. Every coin collector knows one truth. Condition is king. A 1986 P quarter that has survived decades without a single scratch or sign of where it becomes a treasure beyond imagination. Grading services often rate such coins on scales of brilliance, and the highest grades are reserved for the purest survivors. Under magnification, the sharpness of Washington's hair, the feathers of the eagle, and the gleam of the edges tell stories of flawless minting. These coins are more than collectibles. They are trophies, timeless pieces of art that hold both history and hope within their metallic embrace. Some people walk past fortune every single day, in old jars, dusty drawers, or change forgotten in a car cup holder. The 1986 P. Washington quarter has proven to be one of those coins that hides its greatness in plain sight. Collectors who stumbled upon rare variations have found themselves facing life-changing surprises, from modest savings to millionaire status overnight. The lesson this coin teaches is simple yet profound. Treasure often hides in the ordinary, waiting for the eyes that truly see. The 1986 P quarter is not just a relic of the past. It's a symbol of hidden destiny. Before you spend another quarter, take a moment. Look closer. That small coin in your pocket might be the 1986 P. Washington quarter, a piece of American history worth millions. Examine it carefully, appreciate its story, and respect its potential. Because this isn't just about collecting coins. It's about recognizing the magic that hides in plain sight. That small 25-cent piece could be your gateway to unimaginable wealth, a coin that carries both history and the power to transform your future. So the next time you hold a 1986 P. Washington quarter, remember, you might not just be holding a coin, you might be holding your destiny.